Hey guys, so I'm not really sure if I'm gonna upload this on YouTube. It all depends on how it turns out. So this video is gonna be about how the Lush interview process goes. So I'm pretty sure, like I've seen a couple videos before, and I guess it all depends on the country. I'm in Canada, Ontario, so I'm gonna talk about like how I got the job and all that stuff. So I am seasonal right now. I'm trying to get into the permanent position, but hey, this is all about basically what to do in the interview. So basically what happened was I saw a hiring party event on Facebook. So I was like, okay, why not put interested in it? So I put as interested and going because on the description it said something about how they're not accepting resumes in person, but yet we have to RSVP to it, so that's why I RSVP'd anyways. I also went on the website of the mall because this Lush is in a mall. So I went on the website, made sure to see if there's like any email or contact information I could talk to a manager or something. So I sent my email to the manager of the store, and she sent me back an email replying to bring my cover letter and my resume, and that their hiring party was on a Sunday. So I was pretty stoked. I'm like, oh my god, the manager is like inviting me to this event. And I think it was only one date, or I'm pretty sure because my one friend, she applied to a different Lush and they had a bunch of dates. So I'm not sure if this was like a multiple date one, but anyways, switch forward. What I learned from other people's videos that during the interview you can wear whatever you want. Like, what the hell, I can even wear this. Not that I would wear this because you know what I'm saying, I have this on and I don't know if they would like that. I went to the Lush interview and I just wore like a leather jacket, black pants, black boots, and there were, I think it said that there were going to be 40 girls going, so I was pretty intimidated a little bit because not being a lurker, but I kind of looked at the list to see how the girls look like, and a lot of them looked really gorgeous, so I was like, ah man. But I got in the party and you have to arrive at least 10 to 5 minutes before. So what I did was I went into the store and just kind of smelled the product while I was waiting, and then when it hit 7 o'clock, I guess they but told all of us, whoever's in the hiring party, to wait outside so they could prep like the trial stuff. So then when we went into the store, they had like I think it was body scrubs and face scrubs in one section, and then a massage bar in the other section. So there were 14 of us, and first we had to introduce ourselves, what our name was, and luckily my nickname, I used it, Soapy. Get it? Lush, Soapy. But yeah, I was like, okay, might as well use that. And I met a girl there and she was really nice, so I was pretty lucky to see her there. So whenever we had to do a trial thing, I had her as a partner. So the first thing we did was introduce our names, what our favorite animal was, and just so they can get a glimpse of how we are. And then they split us up into two groups. So then when we were in two groups, one group was doing massage bar and the other group was doing the scrubs. So I was doing the massage bar first, and basically they had a laid out plate of all these massage bars, and then we could smell whatever we wanted. And the person who demonstrated was one of the assistants. She was like, oh, okay, so who wants to be my assistant? I was so blanked out looking at the massage bars. If y'all are my close friends, you know that I love massages. I do like giving people massages, but getting massages, I am up there. But okay, that's another story. So the guy was demonstrating how he would sell the product, how he would connect with the customer, and then he told us to go into pairs and basically do it to each other. It was kind of weird at first, but you know, once you get the hang of it and you put your own spin to it, it's kind of nice to let your partner go first sometimes, just to see how they would do it, and then when you do it to them, try not to repeat, because if the assistants are watching you, they want to see basically originality. So what I did was, I just told them how the massage bar is good for moisturizing the skin. If you're having really dry skin, mainly focus on like here, I don't know what this part of the hand is, because when you work on your hands a lot, there's hard parts here, especially when you're working out. And I also said if you want to massage all the way up to the arms, you could use the massage bars basically for anywhere that you want. And because there is shea butter and stuff like that, I actually reduce the looks of stretch marks. So that's what I did. And then I thought the assistants would at least, have us present one by one per group, but he basically just walked around, looked at us, asked us how we're doing, and then we switched groups. So the groups that did the scrubs went to the massage bars, and our massage bar group went to the scrubs. That sounds funny. To the scrubs, and she basically used ocean salt as an example, and she was saying how it's like a margarita, it has lime, it has a bit of vodka in there, and it basically helps exfoliate the skin. The salt that's in there basically acts as a exfoliant, because you know how lip scrubs, there's like sugar and stuff like that to exfoliate the lips. Well, there's salt in this one. And she was saying how because it's with lime and stuff, it helped tones the skin. And she was basically showing it as a demo to us with another person who was participating. And then she split us up into our little groups again, like into pairs, and then we had to do it to each other. And it was funny because I kind of played it silly a little bit. It's just like, oh, okay, so since it is an ocean, let's dry off your skin, let's wrap up that hand like a sushi roll. I was being all crazy. And they didn't really have us present it to them. It was more like, oh, how's everything going? So the one thing I would change is, at least I wish they would be more present when you're with your partners. Sorry if this is a long video because I tend to blab a lot. But yeah, so basically when you present to your other partner, just make sure you add some originality. Basically like you're talking to a friend. Like, how would you recommend a friend a product if you really liked it, right? So that's the one thing that was going in my head. Like, don't try too hard, just be you, and hopefully they'll like you. That sounds mean. Anyone should like you the way you are, but you know what I mean? Like, as a sales pitch. Yeah, that's what I meant. After that, while we were doing these group thingies, I noticed that one person would be pulled out of the group to be interviewed by the main manager. So after we were done the 2 trials, it got kind of awkward because they basically told us to roam around the store and they'll come to us whenever it's our turn to get interviewed. And my tactic was funny. I was being a little bit sneaky, but if there's a main manager that's interviewing plus 2 assistants, make sure you get interviewed by the main manager. I'm not saying that the 2 assistants are any lower or anything like that, but the chances of you getting a second interview is basically getting interviewed by the main manager. You know what I'm saying? Because the assistants could love you, but it all depends on what the manager thinks of you. So as the girls were getting pulled off one by one, every time I could see the assistant coming to me, I'm just like going away, smelling a bar here, and then I'll notice like, the manager's not free yet, so I'll walk away, touch another product like a shower jelly or something. And then I swear to God, I was like doing that until I was the last person to get interviewed, and it got kind of awkward because I was the last one. I didn't even know. The store was so quiet, and then the manager looks at me and she's like, "Are you the last one?" And I'm looking around, I'm like, oh shit, I am the last one. So went there, she basically asked why, like what my previous experience was, and I think because I was a manager at Yogurties, that really helped a lot. So I told her what I did for that and what I could bring to the table for Lush. And then she asked why I wanted to work at Lush, and I told her, I've always been interested in their products. Just the fact that it's natural, it's 100% naked, how like there's no preservatives and things like that. And I just like their, what is that word? I like their protocol in their products, like just the positivity that they bring out to the world as a global thing. And they basically help out with charities. And I remember watching a video and they actually help out building a hospital for Cambodian women, and I am Cambodian, so that kind of hit me a little bit in home. So it just made me like the company even more. So I was talking to her about that, and I just love watching demos on YouTube, anything like that, like Graveyard Girl doing tests on bath bombs and things like that. Or actually, I don't think she does Lush hauls. It's somebody else who does the demos, but you know what I'm saying. After I was done, she basically trolled me off, and I don't know if I should do a second interview as a different video. I probably will, because then this will be a long ask video. But hopefully this helped you guys. Basically, when you answer the questions, make sure you do eye contact. Make sure you do a little bit of prepping on, like, researching their values, how they take ingredients from local farmers, or like fresh products from local people who grow like blueberries and things like that. Just basically do a little slight research, because if you know a lot about their company, and it kind of takes them by surprise. So that's basically how I got into the first interview, and if you guys stay tuned, the next video will be about how I got into the trial shift and what we did in the trial shift. Thanks guys.